I haven't done a report on the Discus in a couple days, so I guess we'll have a look at them. Here's the breeding station. I'm just waiting. There's a pair I'm going to throw up top. It's all nicely conditioned and set up properly. Looks like one of my sponge filters quit, so I'll have to check out why that's happening. Aside from that, it's ready to go. Couple of snails to kill in there. This one fish, she's always been small. I don't like the way she looks, so she's back in treatment as of yesterday. You can see I gave her blood worms and she's not eating. So that one's on its way out. Unfortunately, it's medicated right now. Nothing's going to save them. She will be the third of the affected 5 to leave us. Again, I think that the strain has a gene problem. Got a couple great ones out of it. This one. He's struggling. And where's the next one? We're at 3, 6. There's another one. See, not doing so well either. That'll probably be the next one to go. But they're eating good, and I'm hoping to fatten them up and see an improvement. I'm medicating foods, and I don't know. They all poop clean. They've pooped clean the whole time. And all the rest of the fish remain fine. Young, newly added fish. No problems. This fish also added long after the problem started. It's nearly caught up in growth. It's fat, it's healthy, no problems. You know, even this guy showed up around when those fish just weren't doing what they should do, and look at him, he's fabulous, you know. And then the ones that I guess don't have the genetic issue, they grew just fine. Look at him, look at him, he's a champion, just gorgeous, probably the best fish in my tank. So, you know, it wasn't all for a loss or anything. It's just there's Ely. He's out looking around. You know, but kind of sad. 14 babies, and I got 2, you know. But even the snakeskins and Bertha, the big girl, I had 8 of those, and I got 3. You know, when you buy them small, and you buy a big group, that seems to be the way it goes. So I don't blame myself or anyone. I just that's fish keeping, and you try to save money by buying the little ones. Sometimes you just, I didn't really do bad. Like these 2 solid adults will be worth more as adults than I paid for all of them. So it's really not a big deal. I just gotta, you know, keep these guys going and hopefully keep the strain up. But it's looking like I'm only gonna get 2 males. It's kind of hard to keep a strain going with only 2 males. So we'll see what we can do. Again, there's a plan. I'm gonna send two fish off to a friend. He's He knows what he's doing. He's prepping his tank. It's going to take him a couple weeks. And we've decided we're going to send the big girl and one of the stinker males. The big girl and... where is he? I think it's this guy right here. And he's bred successfully, even produced wigglers and the whole 9 yards, but he gets nervous in a breeding tank. He wants to be in a big tank. So he gets nervous in the breeding tank, and then that screws him over because he kills his fry. And she does the same thing. She'll breed all day in this tank. She lays eggs all the time in here. Of course, they don't last long because everybody else eats them. And the eel gets in there and just, loves it. So there's no making babies in this tank, so to speak. But she will pair up and they will lay eggs, and then they'll be gone. So the idea is they don't like small tanks, these two fish. He wants to start a school in a big 250. We're going to put these two fish in the big 250. And they should breed more happily than they're breeding in my 90 gallon because they have space. And they're both really solid fish, other than being shy. So instead of them failing here, we're going to send them over there. They'll succeed over there because, again, 250 gallons, they're going to love it. And it'll be all to themselves and their babies. And he knows how to get the babies to that point where they're, they don't need mom and dad after 3 weeks. He can keep the babies alive for the 3 weeks. He knows what to do. And he has all the gear. So we're desperately going to try and recover this strain because there's no way to get it. There's just no way to get it. They shut down. They shut down. You couldn't order these fish out of Germany right now. I mean, you can find people who have them like I do. Yeah, that's what's going on with them. I really hope I can save like these last two in here that are struggling, and I hope one of them's a female. This one very well might be. She's got that female look to her, if you ask me. But you never know until you see them lay eggs. You just never know. But yeah, it'd be great if I had a female from them. But these fish are weak. These other two that I'm talking about, if they're females, they'll be weak because they've been struggling. So I'm not even sure I want to breed those. They're carrying, but even the healthy one, it could just be skipping a generation on them, right? So we're gonna mix the big girl with one and the snake skin with the other one. We should still get this pattern out of those mixes. There's gonna be other patterns, right? Like we'll get some snake skins and we'll get some regular Turks, but that happens anyway. They don't all come out looking exactly like their parents. Sometimes they look wildly different because there's throwback genes and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just when it comes to patterns, you really don't know till they start showing color what you got. But we're aiming for fish that produce these little tail things like he's got back there up top. See how he's got that little spike? That's rare. I've got blue ones that does that too. So we've got that gene in the system. And these snake skins may have done it because they're Germans, but I'm not. I know one's a female and I think the other one's a male. We'll keep an eye on him. But that's a feature that shows up later in life. See, he's got it too. It's hard to see, but it's there. He's also got a couple white spots showing up. I don't like that. Have to keep an eye on that. Could be damage, but he's been a little bit like that fish. He's got his own vulnerabilities. Never been serious, You see him show up, you see him go away. He's been like that his whole life. So they, they all have problems. But he's got that feature, you see. It's almost like that feature comes with problems. Nobody else so far has shown that feature, and it's not typical in Discus. So I'm happy to have it, and I want to keep that gene. But here I am talking about preserving genes, and my fish are just barely old enough to breed. Some of them, the oldest of them. So, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Tank's doing wonderfully. Mr. Greg just woke up. He's going to come scream at me. I had a heater guy downstairs now. I'm like looking at all my heaters. It didn't die. The Oscars broke it. I made a video on that. Check it out. It's, they were literally getting electrocuted. It's kind of sad, but everybody's still alive and healthy, so we're good there. So yeah, that's my Discus situation right now. We're continuing to lose probably the most valuable strain I have, but I'm not surprised. It's just part of keeping Discus. Some strains are just weaker than others, and I've had people with 35 years of experience message me and tell me they couldn't keep this strain alive for a year or so. I've exceeded a year, but sure glad I bought 14 of them, because then I still got a couple. All right, that's where we're at, folks. I hope you all have a great day. Catch you on the next one.